Hi, I'm Lizzie. I'm the creator of Stitch People, and I'm going to teach you about making a French knot. This is something that's often difficult for people, something that's very frustrating, and I want to take that frustration out. I want to make it simple and easy so that you don't feel overwhelmed doing these, and it's a new stitch, a new knot that you can incorporate into your portraits and any of your other cross-stitch projects. So let's get started and learn how to make a French knot. So what we have here is a portrait of a bride and groom. Bride had the really beautiful pink dress with a fur jacket and a big fur collar, but what she's missing is her bridal bouquet, and that's where our French knots are going to come in. So I've gone ahead and put these horizontal and diagonal green stitches in here, dark green. She has some sprigs of eucalyptus and other narrow dark greens that sort of spring from the bottom of her bouquet. So I've gone ahead and done that with some straight lines. But what we're going to do is create the bigger leaves out of French knots. So to start your French knot, what I like to do is secure the thread on the back. So slip your thread through the existing stitches. Careful not to pull that tail all the way through, and go through maybe once or twice more, a total of 3 or 4 times, two to 4 times maybe. What this is doing is securing your floss to the back of your portrait so that it's nice and tight. It's not going to pull through on you when you're starting from scratch with a new floss to do a French knot. So then we flip to the front of our portrait. I'm going to bring my needle through one of the holes of my fabric. And here's where the French knot begins. It's nice and tight, you'll see, because we've already secured it on the back. So take your other hand that's not holding the needle here, bring your thread out, wrap your needle around the thread twice. There's once, there's twice on your needle. With the floss wrapped around the needle like this, you take the point of your needle and you bring it back into your fabric. I don't usually go back into the hole where I came through in the first place, just because I don't want the knot to pull through. And then you pull the thread tight as you pull your needle through the back, so it does take both hands. I'm going to adjust here, and you keep it nice and tight through to the very end, and then you've made a lovely French knot. So I'm going to do another one symmetrical on the other side, just to show this again. So we pull the needle through from the back. It's going to be nice and tight. That floss is not coming through. We secure the end of it with our opposite hand. We wrap it around our needle twice. With it wrapped around our needle, we put the tip of the needle back into our fabric. We pull the needle through the back of the portrait or the project, keeping the thread tight with our other finger, and we complete the French knot. So that's how we do a regular French knot. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is show you how to create a loose French knot. Again, for the purposes of creating a larger circle in your portrait or embroidery work. So what we're going to do is we're going to start the same way. We've got our floss secured from the existing French knots. We're going to pull our needle through the fabric. And what I'm going to do here is, instead of pulling things very, very tight and wrapping the floss around my needle twice, I'm going to keep things a little looser and wrap it around my needle 4 times, okay? So I've got a nice loose thread here on my needle. Oops, there we go. And then I'm going to pull my needle through the fabric again, but I'm going to let things remain a little bit more loose. And you'll see how the floss sort of gathers around my stitch there as I pull it through. And then you can kind of keep your finger here in the floss to kind of adjust how tight or how loose this French knot is going to be. I like the way mine is looking, so I'm going to just pull it through as is, and there we go. Now we've got kind of a medium-sized, looser French knot, and that's going to help create the look of leaves and flowers around our bridal bouquet. Let me do one more over here for you. Pull it through, wrap it around the needle 4 times, put the needle back in our fabric, let it pull through, being a little looser than it was on our regular French knots. And there we go. Beautiful. That's perfect. Thanks so much for joining us. I hope that this helped to demystify the process of creating a French knot. Hopefully this is something that you'll feel more confident doing in the future. Hope you have a wonderful day, and hope to see you here on stitchpeople.com again very soon.